There's the handle here to hold it. I've got the eagle on top. Could be a male or a female figure. 4s to represent, like what we do in ceremony, everything's in 4s. Like the winter, spring, summer, fall, earth, air, fire, water, infant, youth, adult, elder. So 4s come up a lot, so that's why I have the 4s. Eagle for vision. And just, you know, as human beings, a lot of times we may have a vision in our mind, and if we keep our focus, we'll get there. If we work hard at it. Well, different things like that I keep in mind. Because, you know, like art is like a message keeper, you know, that passes on messages. Visual. Tell some stories. This was my first drawing, but it had changed from being Emily Carr with her dog, because she used to write in her journals about her being in the dog's mind. And used to think about, well, what is that dog thinking about? Asking her questions. You know, so that's the way she wrote. But that all changed just a generic. And then I'll have something to represent, like the area. BC is where Emily Carr is situated. She traveled up and down the coast. And these eyes that represent, to remind us we've been watched all the time by our Creator, our ancestors, our community, our family, and our friends. So the eyes are all around, watching. So that's what I did there. Right. I gotta stop there because I could hear it crack. When it's cracking and breaking like that, I'm going against the grain. You can see it's breaking there. Right here, right there is where I'm breaking, going against the grain. And as I was going here, it breaks here, so I'm going against the grain here. So right here, I'm going with the grain, and here I'm going against the grain. So I've got to keep switching back and forth just to clean up this little area here. I guess for some it can get frustrated, but for me, I'm just looking at it and just saying, oh, okay, this is going to be a challenge here, so I'll just work with it. Can't get frustrated around these areas, otherwise you start slipping and you get uptight, then you're putting a negative thought into it, and then you start. So what you have to do is keep your focus when you're carving this, getting to these spots like this, because normally you could take all this wood off in no time. But just like life, we got to have challenges in our life. Everything can't come easy. I'm using this, treating it like a knife too. It also has like a gouge. So when I push, I'm pushing here and I'm slicing. I'm using it like slicing, if you were to slice bread, say for instance, it'll start coming off. There it was going against the grain here, so I had to stop here. Oh, hear that cracking? Yeah, I gotta stop there. Gotta have toe control here because you don't want to knock those toes off.
So in a way, is the wood telling you what to do?
It is. It's like, in a sense, you know, you gotta listen to it. When I could hear when it starts crackling here, I'm going against the grain. You can see where those cracks are happening here. That's the way the grain's going. So here I can go across this way because it's a lot easier. And all I'm doing is taking little peaks off just to, because I want it to make it look round. Oh, see that? It wants to break there. So I'll stop. Okay, I have to go back the other way on top.
Must feel like you're under the wheel of the wood.
Yes, definitely are.
Working with it.
Yeah, careful. So I have a pivot. I push, cut, little pressure, and slicing. Pivot here. Utilizing the tool like a knife. Slicing it. As I go down here, I don't want this tip to hit that metal. So I gotta keep everything in focus. Just taking those peaks off so I get a nice roundness happening there. And where it was biting over here, I switch around. And I'm gonna go the other way here.